Hey everyone, welcome back to Insane Job Jams. My name's Mike, and today I'm sharing the wildest, most terrifying shift I ever had as a taxi driver. Now, I've seen a lot in this job. Drunk passengers, strange requests, even people who forgot their pets in the back seat. But nothing prepared me for the night. A group of armed criminals climbed into my cab and tried to shake me down for cash. What they didn't know was that I used to be a Marine. It started like any other Friday night shift. Busy downtown streets, people waving me down, music from the clubs spilling out into the sidewalks. Around midnight, I pulled up to a corner where three guys were waiting. They didn't look like your average passengers. Baggy hoodies, hard eyes, the kind of body language that makes you want to lock your doors. But before I could react, one of them opened the back door and slid in. Then the other two followed. One sat behind me, the worst possible spot for a driver. Right away, the vibe was off. They didn't give me a destination. Instead, the guy in the middle leaned forward and said, "Here's the deal, man. Hand over everything you've got. Cash." Now, I could feel cold metal press against the side of my seat. They had a weapon. Most drivers would have frozen, and I can't blame them. But my training kicked in. My breathing slowed. My brain started running scenarios like drills back in the Corps. Step 1, don't panic. Step 2, look for control. I told them, "All right, just relax. I'll pull over and give you what I've got." As I slowed the cab near a convenience store, I noticed two things at once. A police cruiser parked across the street, and the guy behind me tensing, realizing I might try to signal for help. Before I could blink, he hissed, "Don't you dare." "Keep driving." The cruiser pulled out, but went the opposite way. My one easy out had just disappeared. I kept driving, acting calm, but inside I was planning. I knew these streets better than most people. There was an underpass coming up with a sharp curve. I told them, "Listen, just let me park in a quiet spot. Nobody needs to get hurt." They agreed, thinking they were in control. But as we hit that curve, I made a split-second decision. I slammed the brakes, hard. The guy behind me wasn't ready. He lurched forward, smacking into the headrest. His weapon clattered onto the floor. That was my chance. I grabbed the gear shift, threw the cab into park, and spun around. My training kicked in. Controlled, precise movements. I pinned his arm before he could recover. The guy in the middle went for the weapon, but I reached it first. In that moment, the power dynamic flipped. Their eyes went wide. Suddenly, I wasn't just a taxi driver anymore. First was a Marine with the upper hand. But here's where it got strange. One of the younger guys couldn't have been older than 19, just froze. He wasn't hardened like the others. His hands shook. His voice cracked when he said, "Man, I don't want to do this. I didn't sign up for this." For a second, I saw myself years earlier, a scared kid before boot camp. That hesitation changed everything. Instead of rage, I felt pity. I forced them out of the cab and told them to run before I changed my mind. But I kept the weapon and drove straight to the nearest precinct. I turned in the gun, gave the cops their descriptions. A week later, I heard two of them got picked up. The youngest one? Turns out he cooperated. He cut a deal, avoided prison, and last I heard, he turned his life around. As for me, I still drive taxis. And whenever someone asks if I've ever been scared on the job, I just smile and say, "You have no idea." This story isn't about being a hero. It's about staying calm under pressure and remembering that sometimes doing the right thing doesn't mean fighting. It means controlling the situation without letting hate take over. I'll never forget that night. And neither will those three guys. Thanks for watching Insane Job Jams. If you want more unbelievable job stories, hit subscribe and stay tuned. You won't believe what's coming next.